Hello, Nano Love. In this lesson, I'm going to show you my entire line, the Nano line, which was developed for NANOslim. And in this lesson, I'm not going to be talking about what's in it or not, like reading the product label. Oh, it has this, it has that, it has something else. No, I'm going to be very practical and show you all the benefits and why you should use our line, especially if you use our method, NANOslim. So come with me, Nano Love. These beauties are the products I develop with a lot of care, thinking about the needs of women who use hair extensions. Well, either you use extensions because you haven't had much hair for as long as you can remember, as we say here in Brazil. You've always had thin hair. It never grew. There are even some women I ask, did you ever have long hair when you were a child? Why? Because you were little. So when you grow up, right, you get past 1.5 meters, 1.60 meters, then your hair already starts to look shorter because it grows the same amount, but you've gotten taller. So that reference is interesting for some people to pay attention to. And hair has a lifespan. That hair will grow until it reaches its maximum lifespan, unless it breaks, snaps before that, or you cut it. And when it reaches its maximum lifespan, it will fall out, go through a resting phase, and then a new hair strand will start to form. These are the 3 phases of hair: anagen, catagen, and telogen. So every woman who needs to use hair extensions must continue taking very good care of her own hair. And I developed these products specifically with women in mind who need to use any type of hair extensions, focusing on the growth and strengthening of their natural hair. It is extremely important that the client is able to take care of her natural hair, for example, even by using a tonic. There are many techniques like adhesive or keratin that don't allow the client to use a tonic, for example, because it could interfere with the attachment of the hair extension strands. So NANOslim is already quite different in that regard, right? You can take care of your hair with great skill and ease. With our product line, you will actually see your hair grow over the years. By taking photos, you'll be able to clearly see your hair's growth. I'll even show you some cases from our clients, okay? There are 4 little products: Nano Poo, Nano Mask, Nano Fluid, and Nano Oil. Guys, I'll explain briefly, and you understand just like that, as if by magic. Nano Poo, it was specifically developed for comprehensive scalp hygiene and to effectively balance the scalp's delicate pH level. And the shampoo contains strengthening ingredients. Why? Directly contacts scalp. As it cleans, it also leaves behind residues that can penetrate your scalp. There are 2 things I recommend when using Nano Poo. Dilute the Nano Poo when washing. I go to the shower, take a container, put in the amount of Nano Poo I'm going to use, and dilute it so that it penetrates the scalp more easily and doesn't leave residue in the strands. Even if you rinse well, turning your head from side to side in the shower, it's necessary to dilute it. Because for those who use NANOslim, diluting the Nano Poo is better. In the shower, you can do a massage that I teach, which is the compression massage. It's the massage I teach for anyone who uses any type of hair tonic to strengthen the scalp, the hair. So yes, it works. And if you have active ingredients there and do this massage, you'll be able to deliver nutrients, the active principles, the vitamins directly to your hair follicle. You can wash it 2 to 3 times. The first wash is really just to remove that oiliness. The second one cleans better, and then you decide if you need another round of shampoo or not. So after 2 to 3 times, you'll have a clean scalp and it will balance the pH. If while using Nano Poo in the shower, you do this massage I'm going to teach you, which is to rub your fingers and then move your hand up and down, forward and backward. So it's like this. Look, you place your hand firmly and do this massage. I'll zoom in here so you can see it better. The hand stays still, the fingers don't move, they stay in place, and you place them on the area, okay? And you do this back and forth as if loosening the scalp. This massage works like a sifting motion, and it helps active ingredients penetrate your hair follicles. So when I talk about my favorite, the Nano Poo, I really did consult with dermatologists. I've always taken great care of my hair myself so that it would get thicker and grow. Honestly, it's so satisfying, guys. I've been using my own product line since I created it in 2021 or 2022, when I realized there was a need for a balanced product, something where you're not constantly adding a different active ingredient every time, but actually have a real treatment. So it will strengthen your hair strands, because anyone who uses hair extensions needs strong hair, and strong hair grows in a healthy environment. That's why Nano Poo balances the pH of your scalp and strengthens your hair follicles to produce extremely strong, healthy hair strands. And now, our beloved Nano Mask. Guys, this Nano Mask is unreal. Let's start by talking about why you should use the Nano Mask. This is what I thought. Long hair, because most clients who choose to get NANOslim extensions typically do it to add length even, if it's just 3 fingers. Or perhaps 2 fingers, they are still indeed lengthening their natural hair. So these are long strands that need treatment, and sometimes they are chemically treated. They may be bleached. We do highlights, extremely blonde hair, and these strands are very prone to pH imbalance, which can make the hair elastic, or what we also call rubbery. So the NanoMask serves to deeply hydrate, thoroughly nourish, and also effectively eliminate any elasticity effects. In other words, we call it anti-rubberizing hair, which is that undesirable effect where the hair strand feels sticky, tangled, that typical appearance of significantly damaged hair. So it gradually treats this effect in all types of chemically treated hair. And just a reminder, the strands and extensions, the NanoSlim strands, are hairs that no longer grow. They were taken from a donor's head, sewn, woven, and braided. And now we need them to last, right? So the way to make these strands last is by taking proper care of them, washing them correctly, using the specific mask, using nutrition, using the fluid, the oil, because that's what will make all the difference so that this hair doesn't break, doesn't split, doesn't thin out, and doesn't just end up going down the drain. Another particular feature of the Nano Mask is that it's a more fluid mask, so it's specifically designed for use in the shower. Its texture was developed to create a quick malleability effect with ultra-fast penetration, and it will closely resemble the texture you get when you apply a fluid ampoule to your hair. You'll notice that as soon as you apply it, the hair immediately starts to absorb it and it becomes easy to detangle. So if you compare it to masks that are more buttery, oilier, and heavier on the market, if you're applying those in the shower, you're basically throwing money down the drain, because those are masks that need at least 15 minutes to work. In theory, you'd have to turn off the shower, apply the mask, work it through your hair, detangle, and leave it on for 15 minutes. That's not the case with Nano Mask. With Nano Mask, you can use it just like a conditioner, because it's a conditioning mask. So you apply it as if it were a conditioner, detangle your hair, and the whole treatment process starts working in just 3 minutes. That's about the time it takes to apply, work it through your hair, detangle, and then you can rinse it out, having completed the full step-by-step of a complete nourishment treatment. For those of you who use any type of hair extension method, it doesn't have to be just NanoSlim. My complete kit is absolutely perfect for truly making your natural hair much healthier and actively helping it grow incredibly strong, and also for keeping the extension strands really, really healthy and vibrant. And now, our darling, the nano fluid. Guys, the nano fluid has several components that are really, really, really rich. Many rich active ingredients, and it's a biphasic formula that will help you keep your extensions untangled, nourish them, and protect them from the heat of the hairdryer, thermal tools, and the sun. So it's a multi-purpose product. Whenever you use it, you need to shake it so the two phases mix together. You get a kind of film on your hair, but with treatment benefits, because it's not a silicone-based product. All the oils I use in my formulations are truly high-quality oils from the industry. Vegetable oils, oils that have really gone through a very natural process and are able to maintain the quality of the raw material. So none of our products use silicones to mask a treatment for our clients. So as soon as you mix these phases, it becomes a film-forming product, but at the same time, it nourishes and hydrates the hair. How can you use it? After washing with NanoPore and using the Nano Mask, you can apply it to your damp hair to detangle and let it dry. And then you can let it air dry, or you can also use a hair dryer, okay? So it's very important that you use it. So it really helps to nourish the strands of your natural hair and your extensions as well. You've already washed your hair, you've brushed it. It's the end of the day and you're feeling your hair a bit tangled. Instead of detangling your hair while it's dry and breaking the strands of your extensions, you apply nano fluid with your hands and your hair will automatically detangle almost by itself. It's like a miracle because it won't get wet, so it won't ruin your blowout. If you've curled your hair, it will stay perfect, but it will detangle, undo knots easily and still get nourishment. So is the perfect product to carry in your bag, because at any time of day, if your hair is tangled, a bit heavy or dusty, you just apply it and detangle. And you can repeat this often as needed. Even with dirty hair, you can use nano fluid. If your hair is very tangled before showering, you can use it. You can use it as a pre-shampoo treatment. So it's essential to prevent breaking your hair while brushing, combing, and detangling. And now the bonus, you can also use nano fluid at the beach and in the pool. Just remember that the pool shouldn't be treated with copper sulfate. Otherwise, blondes will end up with greenish hair, right? Their hair will turn completely green. But aside from these small notes, it's a product you can use in the sauna, okay? To treat your hair, you can mix it with nano mask and use it for hydration in the sauna. NANOslim lets you go to the beach, sauna, or pool. It's a method that won't get sticky, as it uses no glue, no knots, nothing at all that would prevent you from to have your leisure time. Gym, sauna, pool, and beach. But what do I recommend for the beach? Vanessa, I'm going to spend many days at the beach. What should I do? So you should increase the interval between using nano poo, okay? You shouldn't wash your hair every day with nano poo. When you're out in the sun at the beach, always use the nano mask and also use the nano fluid and nano oil all the time. Went into the sea, rinse off in the freshwater shower, apply the mask, detangle, then use the nano fluid. Is your hair dried already? Reapply the nano fluid, okay? These are the two products you should always have with you in your beach bag. And then when you get home, if your hair roots aren't too oily, you can wash your hair again with fresh water, but don't use nano poo every day. So you should alternate. You should space out the use of shampoo at the beach. Okay? Because usually when we're at the beach, we wash our hair every day. So you'll end up using a lot more nano mask and nano fluid. And now nano oil, which is also a very specific and unique product, because most of the oils we typically find on the market are full of silicones. In other words, they effectively mask the true treatment, but in reality, they contain very little of the rich essential raw material, which is real genuine oil. It's not that our oil doesn't have a certain percentage of silicone, but we balance that percentage very carefully and precisely. So our oil is really quite specific for oil treatments. That means you typically use much less of it compared to a silicone-based oil. It's an oil you can mix into your mask to treat your hair. It's an oil you can use for overnight oil treatments. You can use it with nano fluid, or you can use it on its own. So it's a really versatile product made with high quality premium ingredients. How can you use the oil if your hair is clean? If you like to wear your hair styled and beautifully curly, you can effectively use nano oil together with your preferred curl cream or a nourishing leave-in conditioner. You can simply add a few pumps of this amazing oil to your leave-in cream and then use it to perfectly style your hair. Now, if you blow dry your hair or like to curl it, you can use a few pumps from mid-length to ends right after drying, specifically to moisturize. And it also protects against the heat from styling tools as well as from the sun. Another great way to use it is together with our nano mask for more intensive treatment. And we highly recommend that you use the nano oil together with the nano mask, but allow a sufficient pause so that your hair is truly treated and fully able to absorb the beneficial molecules from both the nano mask and the nano oil. The mask really works in just 3 minutes, but the oil needs to be thoroughly applied and given ample time for your hair to completely absorb it. And it can be used as a pre-shampoo treatment where you apply the nano fluid to the hair along with the oil and let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes before showering. During this time, you apply the nano fluid and nano oil and your hair absorbs and is protected from the surfactants. It's what creates the foam and it's good for cleaning the scalp, but it really dries out the length of the hair. So you protect it so that when the foam passes over the hair strand, it's already nourished, already protected. And you'll notice that within 20 to 30 minutes, the hair absorbs all the oil, which is different from silicone because silicone really just coats the strand, right? So when we have a quality oil, the hair really absorbs it. It actually nourishes itself with that active ingredient. So that's it, Nano Love. I hope you loved this explanation about our product line and that it also brought you some new knowledge, whether you use hair extensions or not. And know that everything I developed was made with a lot of care because I use it too, right? I've been using Megahair for many years. I've been using NANOslim for many years. So it was really important to develop a very specific line, knowing all the needs that we who use hair extensions have in our daily lives. And you're probably watching this class on YouTube. So please do subscribe to our channel, like, share, hit that like button and leave a comment too. And also send it to your friend who might be having some trouble taking care of her hair, right? Of her hair extensions, whether it's NANOslim or not. And come be part of this family because you already live in my heart. See you in our next video. Bye.